Yes, guys, only one United. Natalie here with the boys. We're here to talk Arsenal review, PSG Champions League preview. First one, let's go. Listen, I'm just going to come to them. Atanu, thanks for coming on. How you doing?
Thanks, Nat. Thanks for having me. A bit frustrated after the Arsenal game, if I'm being honest. But yeah, tomorrow is a big game for us, so I'm trying to be a little more optimistic. First game in the Champions League, such a big occasion for our club as a whole as well. So yeah, looking forward to it, and hopefully it's a sold out at LSV. If it's not a sold out, I just want to see more and more support for United. That's all I want, because fans too play a part in winning games like this.
Yeah, definitely. Fortunately, it's not a sellout, but fans are gonna try and fans I know are gonna make have an impact. We know that we have an impact. We need to keep doing that, not be worried about everything and what people think. Just sort of go for it. That's what it's about. Fight until the end. Lanzel, brother,
Yep.
yes,
Yes, this what's
let's
happening.
go.
Thank you for having me.
No
Hopefully
worries.
the first of many.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, looking very positive, looking very good for us tomorrow. We're gonna win. We gotta keep that positive energy
and
up there, United. Yeah, so let's go.
we're at home, of course. We always go to win. So yeah, no, 100%. I mean, listen, I suppose I want to get into it. I know we're going to talk about the Champions League, but I want to get into Friday night, the big one in the league anyway. Probably it is the biggest game that we've played so far. It was 2-2, United Arsenal. I'm just going to say it straight. I didn't think we played that well. Probably, to be honest, probably one of the worst performances we played against a big side in a long time. This is going back. That's how bad, in a way. Not bad because it was good, because I think the attack was good. I think, the defense was definitely solid because, they kept them out. Keeper solid. It was just too easy for Arsenal. And for me, I think the way that Arsenal have had all these problems, and I mean, we've seen it before, Turner, we don't go into these games as favourites, but we were the favourite. And, do you think that had an impact on us, the fact that we were the favourite going into it and people were expecting it? And then obviously it didn't happen. So what? I mean, obviously, listen, it was a screamer, no
Because
one's going to say that, at the end. But it's just really how,
in spite of that screamer, we should have scored more, basically.
So go on, tell us.
Yeah. So, like, obviously, I'm not trying to berate any specific players. I just want to say that the midfield battle, it's every time against big teams. We lose the midfield battle, we lose the control in the game, and that's why we concede. That adds extra pressure to the defense, and that's what happened yesterday. Not yesterday, like on Friday, but it's so fresh in my mind still. So I thought I'm thinking that it was just yesterday. So coming to the point, I do agree when the odds are against us, I think we perform better. And when, there are too many expectations on us, we somehow fumble. I'm not saying that we fumbled the game, because we did score two goals, and for some instances, not the whole game, we had good pressure onto the Arsenal's defense. Because I remember towards the beginning of the game, we could see Lucia Garcia pressing the defense so much. Like, she was winning the ball in the defensive third, in Arsenal's defensive third. So that's like you're winning the ball on the edge of the box, and that's very lethal for attackers to do that. So I really like that. But the issue is, as always, we try to play from the back, as in not exactly through the mid defenders, but you go to the goalkeeper, and the goal, like, half of the times it's either Mary Earps playing a long ball, or it's somehow giving the ball to Katie Zellem and she tries to do a long ball. There's no connect between the midfield and the attack properly, because a lot of times we've seen that Tooney is too high up the pitch. And I'm not trying to blame Tooney, it's just the instructions that's been given to her to play in that position. So we need a controller. Like, I'll obviously mention one or two names as always. We remember Jackie Groningen. We'll be playing against her tomorrow. She was a controller. You could give her the ball and she could somehow switch the ball from one flank to the other, or carry the ball a little into the, like, whatever Mark calls zone 14. So you can carry the ball into that zone and you can pass it to the wingers. But lately, I think there is a big disconnect. So you have two midfielders over here, and then one is over here. So there's no connect between the midfielders, and that is one of the reasons you can see we dominate possession. Why do we dominate possession? Because we keep the ball in our half, passing it around to find spaces to pass it to the attack. So that is why people say we dominate possession. But we do dominate possession, but we do not progress the ball as well as we should. If you're dominating the possession, it should mean that you're constantly attacking the opposition's half and opposition's box, but that's not the case often. And again, I'm not trying to pinpoint specific players. I'm just saying the instructions that's been given, the system that is in place, it's not sustainable, especially when you're trying to challenge for the title and to win trophies. Again, I could be very wrong because I'm not the professional over here, but on the basis of the first two games, I feel we need to control the midfield better because it's all about winning the midfield battle. And unfortunately, against Arsenal, we lost that battle.
Yeah. I mean, John saying a lot of the time the midfield was bypassed. Tony, Arsenal's first goal, we noticed that Honor wasn't there. Arsenal's back row was slow, yes. Ellerton looking a little worrying. Hey lad, Katie's him too deep. I mean, Lancel, we always talk about this, don't we? You know, we've been talking about it last year. We went to see different players playing. Obviously, we're talking about it this year. And I listened to his press conference in the morning, and he sort of said about it being, you know, he had to play consistent, but now he's going to change. But I think he said that at the start of the season, and
Yeah.
sort of see why he's gone with the same players. But then during the game, when it's potentially not working out, it's that another time when you say, all right, okay, Haley come off or Zellum come off, and Lisa, you're there on the bench, come on. And, you know, is it concerning that we're not seeing that we're not seeing that in-game management? It's sort of, I mean, I saw a comment from someone today who said, you know, it's like we already know what subs you're going to make before you've even made them. And obviously Paris Saint-Germain will be, you know, they're not daft. They can see the way we played, the way that we've played versus Arsenal. You know, they'll be anticipating that midfield three. I mean, you know, and this is what, go on.
You see what it is, sis? Yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah, look at it. We've always been saying that we know what subs are coming on. We know what team is playing, and this was from last season. Now I know we're 2 games in, which is fine, no problem. I'm not gonna get at him in that kind of sense yet. However, if we keep seeing it, and other teams are now keep seeing it, then we will be easy to play against. That's the problem. That's the problem that I have. Like, why not switch it up? Why not? I know they say, oh, you can't change a winning team, etc. But we drew against Arsenal, and in my opinion, we should have actually beaten them, going 2-1 in front, hold out the game, 6 points. Let you know, happy days. Let's go again. So PSG, different opposition. Their midfield is we know the quality that they have. We know what their forward line is going to be with Katoto, Mertens, Baltimore potentially. You know, he needs to find that balance, because at the end of the day, yes, we can have possession, but like what Atanu said, which I do agree with, is that are we really progressing the ball forward? Are we really progressive with the ball? And we know what Jackie is. You know, she's gonna have a brilliant game. You know, she's one of the best midfielders in the world for me. So we just got to see what he's gonna do. But he needs to change that. He needs to have a look at that midfield a bit, because right now the Zellem and Lad thing from early on as well, it's not really working.
I mean, Atanu, what do you think? Because, you know, we knew it worked last season, let's say, you know, but we had Martin there who was able to switch it up. You know, I think people weren't maybe anticipating, you know, Rachel Williams coming on. We had Honor. Tony's talked about it. Honor was that ball progressor. And then now it's like without Honor, who's progressing that ball, who's pushing it forward? Whereas, I mean, I think I heard someone saying with Honor, you could play the double pivot, you could be deep because she was the one driving the ball from the sort of, you know, from playing the ball out from the back. You play it to Honor, bang, she's up the field and you're whipping a cross in, or you're switching it up. Whereas now we haven't got Honor, so we do need that progression through the midfield. And I mean, what do you think? I mean, Kevin said hi. Vix is now saying, need to utilize the pace that we have. Of course,
Hmm.
Jace, Mallard, we saw with that second goal, Mallard. Oh my God, Lucia, we know the pace. Leah, even Tooney in a way has got that pace, and it's like we're saying, it's not a criticism. We're not saying Zellum and Lad, they're bad players, never play, but it's like you got to adapt your team for what you're playing in front of, and I just think that if you just keep it the same, teams will adapt to us. This is Jonas made 7 changes. Potentially, if we had played the team that played Liverpool, yeah, we would win with that team, but he didn't because he switched it up because it wasn't working. And you need to see it's not working before that loss comes. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Not as it's come and then say. Holly's just said something here. Martin Ho. Yep, not the first person to
I
say
agree with
his
that.
name. Holly,
Yeah, I
not
agree
the
with that.
first
I agree with
person to
that.
say he's the reason. The
And the
Tano,
thing is, we haven't even brought in a replacement for Martin. That's what worries me is worries me a lot. When Martin left, I know everybody was like, "Oh God, this is a big loss." And now, coming into the season, I'm not saying Charlotte Healy isn't good. She's very good. We've seen her with the under 21s as well. But the thing is, you need when you're going into the Champions League, you need somebody. You need your backroom staff to be strong. You need more people into that, not like rush into making the staff too big, but at the same time you had Martin Ho. You need that level of expertise again, so you need to go in for a replacement. I don't know, maybe a replacement comes in a few months, or next tomorrow maybe, but the thing is we need somebody. And coming to the point, Ona, mate, I've talked about this a lot as well on Twitter today, that Ona was our main attacking outlet, main creative outlet, basically. You could see that she would run as a fullback to the wing position and cross the ball. Sometimes she would cut in. The thing is, I can see it, like he's too afraid to and like concede right now. So
Mm.
what Mark's instructions are that both your fullbacks need to stay a little bit more back. You remember last season, Hannah Blundell was so good with Leah Colton as the link-up player. Hannah Blundell was higher up the pitch most of the times,
Hmm.
but this season you are seeing, obviously she's on the right back position. It's a positional change, but at the same time she's staying back. Her position is in her own half only. Gabby George is going ahead, but I specifically feel like the best trait of Gabby George is aerial ability. So, for example, the link up with Leah Golden wouldn't be natural right now because it's still in the initial stages. Maybe by the end of this year, we can see the same Blundell Galton link up with Gabby George and Galton. But the issue is the balance, like balance is there, but to find the chemistry, you need time. So I'm not saying Gabby George is bad. Please don't think that. But I'm just saying that you had Ona as a fullback.
can I just say though, another
Yeah.
one who I'm a bit surprised about that we haven't seen yet, and I know she had the injury and then this, so I get it. But
Jade.
Jade
Yes.
is the honor
Yes. Yes.
replacement. And Jade, I always said, I see Jade coming in as the Honor came in. And Honor got to that player through playing, through
Hmm.
having that development, through being able to play. And I get it, you can't make mistakes. But we're willing to guide Jade through. I mean,
Hmm.
God, I remember I saw someone said we've seen Jade for 5 minutes. And yeah, we saw her for 5 minutes. But I remember when she made that, and she was so excited. I think everyone was so excited. We were like, "Oh my God!" She run to the byline, and we thought, "Cross the ball, Jade!" And we were about to see a Jade assist. And I think everyone just got so excited, and that it didn't happen. I think the ball went out of play, but we were still like clapping her and giving her all the energy because we can see it. We saw it in the World Cup for Canada. We're so excited. Go on, Lancel. Just from what
You know what it
Atani
is with Jade? I'll be
the
honest with
level beating.
you. Yeah, you see what it is with Jade, right? She definitely is. Listen, Honor's world class. We love Honor, right? But Jade has the same attributes that Honor's got, and she needs playing time. But the thing with Mark is, right, and this is my only criticism so far, and I know it's early, so I'm not gonna be too critical on him. But it's like, why not throw these players in? Why not throw them in? And then it's sink or swim. Sink or
Yeah.
swim. Why not throw them in? See if they're good enough, And if they're not good enough, then fair play. Then you go back to your reverted system or your reverted players that you like to play in your system. But Jade, in my opinion, okay, she's been injured, which is it's one of them things. Players get injured. However, throw in against the Arsenal. Throw in. See what let's see what she can do. Let's see what she can do, because other managers, they'll just throw them in. Look at City, for example, right? They Roebuck didn't even get in the team. You got the young girl Keating was playing.
Yeah.
Taylor just threw her in. He said, "All right, single swim. Let's see what's going on," and that's against Chelsea. So that's my
yeah.
thing.
I mean, here's a question, I suppose. If Jade played, does Gabby stay at left back? What do you think? Because a lot is saying, Hannah's maybe not been as good, or would you put Jade as the right back and Hannah back to left back? We've got 3 quality fullbacks there. What would you do? Lansdale first and then Itanu.
So what I would do, I'll be honest, not saying that it'll be our settled back line, but I would take Hannah out. And I would put Jade as a right back, and I'll leave Gabby as a left back. Personally, only Gabby stays there because physicality. Look at. Okay, it was a long ball up to Leah, and then the Arsenal keeper missed the ball. However, she still made the pass. So that's what I would do at the moment. I know it's controversial, but that's what I would do, and see just have a look at it, just to see what's going on, because we need that pace. We need up and down the wing. Jade, for me personally, if you just play her, give her confidence, like she is like Honor, but I don't know. We'll have to see. What do you think, Otanu?
I think I'll go with Lansel. That it doesn't need to be that we stick with this back four only throughout the season, but I would say, because of what the reasons Lansel mentioned and the irreliability of Gabby George, I would say Gabby George as the left back and Jade Rivera as the right back. But then you have to look at how to manage Jade's workload as well, because she had come back from a long injury, and recently as well she was injured. So uh, integrate her into the squad. I'm not saying that don't start her, but I'm just saying that you have to be cautious about her conditioning as well. So that's why I'm saying, I'm not saying that Blundell needs to be dropped or anything, but just from the basis of rotation, I would say Jade Rivera as the right back tomorrow, and Gabby George as the left back.
Yeah, so you're getting a lot of people agreeing with you. Lot is saying she played Gabby more solidly, and then obviously I'm really bad at Towingba Pearl said Stina beat Blundell for place, but then you did say you would like to see Blundell back to the left, and yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know what I'd do in fullback, but I just know that I would like to see Jay given more time. I just want to, I suppose, go back, because we touched on something about injury, and we had a player who maybe could have, Kevin saying it here, pity that Emma, she would have thrived.
But then would she have played? Would he have put her in? This is the thing. Would she have played? Emma was killing it in pre-season, but would she have played? That's the problem.
Yeah, and this is the problem. I mean, even someone here saying it now, NT, unfortunately, he's not surprised about Skinner, and he doesn't do something. And it's not in a horrible way. I get where you're coming from, Lansdale. Let's not be critical of him. This is what I'm saying. This is his team now. But this is where I feel the time is to not to be critical, but this is his team now. Before he was saying you've not got the players, and he's saying, we didn't have the depth last year, and he's saying I didn't need to. No, you always need to rotate. You always need to keep it fresh. You always need to do that. And I feel like that's the problem. I feel like he knows, if a player knows that they're going to play no matter what, then you see the levels drop. I'm not saying, we got there in the end. He could say I'm vindicated, but to me, towards the end, we just got there. At the start, we were playing some great football, but we just got there at the end. We scraped through. That City game, really, they were down to 10 players. We should have, last year we should have brushed them off the park. Chelsea game, we were all over them at the start. Then we just fell off. And he's talked about that game, about how they were able to bring on this and that. And yeah, towards the end of that Arsenal game, we were able to bring on Hinney and Mallard, and they changed it. They got the goal and the assist, and it's great. But then if you don't change it in the midfield, where we was looking tired, they were playing through us, like we're saying, and then what happened? It wasn't closed down quick enough, and she scored. And that's being pinicky. Yeah, no keeper saves that. But you know, if we want to get down to it, the minute we went 2-1, they were just all over us. You know, there was no outlet. You know, even Mallard decided to look frustrated because, you know, Jace was looking frustrated in the first half because it wasn't linking up enough. You know, no offense to any team now, but Villa, you can do that. Good teams like Arsenal, PSG, even Arsenal with the injury and this and that, you can't do that. You need to have everyone on it, everyone thing. Go with
And
Tony, what are you saying?
and mate, like if you think about it, the only reason I'm saying to not bash a specific player is because it's the manager's responsibility at the end of the day. If it isn't working out, you need to sub the player out. And we saw that. Like you have to take it into context that Haley Ladd is a regular for Wales. Katie Zellem is a regular for England nowadays. So they play during the international break and they come back and they play the whole like the all the games for United as well. They start the games. So that does not make sense to me. You have Lisa Nalsson who didn't play much for Norway in the international break. Why don't you play her? It's fresh legs. She, if you want to increase the match sharpness, you need to ensure that you play players more. If you don't play Lisa Nalsson and tomorrow you bring her on and she's not able to perform, that's because of the manager not bringing her on during other games to build up the match sharpness and the adaptation to the game, to the competition. And like for example, it's been so long since Lisa hasn't played. Let's not include preseason. And I know it's only been 2 games, and I'm not trying to bash the manager also, but I'm just saying that you have to take accountability sometimes. You like he in the press conferences he's talking about making those changes, but at the end of the day, on the pitch, if the midfield isn't working out, it's his responsibility. Why is it that every time the midfield isn't working out, we bring on more attacking players? Like for example, if Lad and Zelen wasn't working out, which isn't a reflection on how they are as players, but on that day against Arsenal, it wasn't working out. So you brought on Mallard and Hinata, which makes sense. I'm not saying you shouldn't have brought them on, but at the same time, we could have not conceded that Lacasse goal, the equalizer, if we had some more control in the midfield, if we had a good uh, six like Irene who could have defended the ball. The only reason that goal was conceded was because at there's a limit to how many plays the defense can stop, and if in front of them the midfield isn't working out, then the pressure is on the defense. And there's a reason why there is a player called central defensive midfielder. It's to stop, it's for the first line of defense, and if it isn't there, then you are unnecessarily pressuring the mid defensive line, the back four basically. So like all this passionately talking about it is not just because I am trying to bash him. I just expect more from him because this is his team, and we are more than capable of winning games. We are more than capable of winning the league. I know there is Chelsea as well, but we all saw the Chelsea that faced City. That Chelsea wasn't a title winning Chelsea at all. I know they drew, but that comes down to the officiating as well. But Lanzel, what do you think? Like this midfield thing,
No,
how
I
would
agree.
you
I
forward?
agree. This is like music to my ears. I agree. I to be honest with you, honestly, I think we should be winning the league. I'll be honest. I think we've got a great squad. I think our squad is better than what it was last year. I think this is definitely his squad. He's made that known as well that these are his players. These are the people that he's gone out and sourced after, and that these are his players. Um, the playing style now that the players should know the playing style, so to speak. So for me personally, end of the day, I always keep saying it. We're Man United at the end of the day, and yes, okay, I don't want to hear the story about us being new and whatever. We're past that now. We're past that now. We came second. We came second. We was in an FA Cup final. In that final, okay, Emma brought on Harder and Engel, and it changed the game for them. I think they brought on Fleming as well. But this season now, we should really be challenging. It should be minimum second and a trophy minimum. But I think we can win the league. I think our best 11, if we get the right combinations right, we can win the league. Why can't we dream and say, well, we can't win the league? Of course we can. No one's invincible in this league. It's just a shame that we got a point against Arsenal. All right, we've got the point. We move on. But I'm expecting us to beat Chelsea. I'm expecting us to beat the Cities. I'm expecting us to teams like Leicester, for example. No disrespect to them, but I'm expecting us to brush them this season. I'll be honest. PSG tomorrow will be would be a difficult game, but I am expecting. You know
When
what?
the odds are against us, Lancel, we deliver.
I know. Well, this is it. But I'm expecting us to go through to the Champions League. I am, to be honest. I am actually. And I'm going to be bold enough to say that yes, I think we will get through PSG. But we can't lose at home. Away, they will have so much support. When we go there, it'll be crazy. But I'm expecting us to do good things this season. So the pressure's on, and that's what it should happen when you're a Man United manager at the end of the day. So.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Sarah's saying this. We have squad depth. We need to make better changes. And this is something, I suppose, everyone who's watched this channel knows that we've been saying it. And what did he used to say? I don't need to because I've not got 2 games and and we're winning. Well, we're not one now. I know. And people might say, oh, you've waited for this. No, I haven't. I haven't waited for it because we could have won that game on Friday. And it's so frustrating. We're sitting here frustrated, knowing that we could have won. I mean, this is what I'm really sorry of your name, but he just does this. I think she's great. She's a super sub. He's saying she's a cult hero. People are singing her name, ready to come on. And I'm thinking, you can't just do that. You can't just. That's what we did versus Villa. We just bypassed the midfield, boom, whipping it in the box. It's not always going to work. You know, it didn't work versus Arsenal. You got to keep it on the floor. You got to know a different style of play. If the only style of play we have is just to defend, like you're saying, they were coming onto us. Why are we letting them come onto us like that? You know, he's then gone and said we should be attacking. Well, the reason why we're not is because you've not made the subs. Yeah, we're all watching it. You know, and it's frustrating because it's not just me that's saying it. You know, lots of people are coming out and saying it. Pundits, coaches, you know, people find it easy to play against us, really, because you've got one way. If that way don't work, let me just bring on Rachel Williams and change it. You know, like you said, this is Man United, and you've got the players there now that aren't just going to sit on the bench. Like someone mentioned Vilda before. God bless her. I love her. You know,
yeah,
but
that still hurts me. You know,
it still hurts. It still hurts with a dagger in my heart, man. And the way it happened, it hurts even more. It's like they're twisting the dagger and pulling it out, and I'm bleeding on the floor. You know, that's how it hurts. But she's gone, and you got Irene to play her. You know, Lisa, 160k. That was our record. We've broken it with Jays and all these other ones. But you know, why have we not seen her? It doesn't make sense.
Again, mate, like it's the like I like we all aren't too pessimistic right now. It's because we have seen this last season, and this is the first frustration about that. Like, I can understand if people think that we are being too reactive just on the basis of 2 games, but it's not that. It's because we have seen this last season as well. And now that he has his own squad, nobody is saying that don't start these players. Yeah, we are saying that if the changes are required, you make the changes. We aren't saying that start Lisa and Alston from the get-go, start Irene. But if they are on the bench, if the midfield isn't working out, why don't you make that change? That's it. That's what my point is. I can understand if people think we are being too reactive, but it's just because last season we saw what happened. And I don't want us to become too predictable again, because this time around, if we become too predictable, the other teams have strengthened as well. So I don't think it will be too sustainable then if we are becoming too predictable now as well.
Yeah, but the thing is for me as well, like when we always play Arsenal, they always play Marnham, yeah, and we all know Marnham is a physical person. Why not put Lisa against Marnham? Why not match it up? Why not match it up? Yeah, they'll play Walty, they'll play their captain Little, and they'll play Marnham. Why not match it up and say, right, okay, physicality against physicality. We'll have Lad on Walty. We'll have Lisa on Marnham to stop that threat there, and then Tooney can roam around and do what Tooney does. Like, why not do that? I don't understand. I do not understand. Marnham against Zellum, or Marnham against even Lad, to be fair, which is our most physical midfield that we have. Yeah, Marnham, she's pace and power. That lady, she's pace and power, and we're not matching it up. We've got Lisa there. We've got Lisa there. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's happening. So I don't know. Honestly, it's frustrating. That's all it is. It's because I love beating Arsenal, to be fair.
We've got
But
used to it now. We've got used to it. You delivered it. We got used to it. We want to see it every day. And this is it now. You know, this is Man United. We want to win trophies. We've seen the big money being spent. We're seeing big World Cup winners, Champions League winners. So let's see them. I know that my friend here said, um, look at the new tweet. Yeah, the winning team, and it's all new signings. Irene, Lisa, Jade was in it, Mellard, Hinney. But like I was saying, Mellard, Hinney, these people, well, Hinney is very, but you know, they're not going to just take sitting on the bench. And Jace, we're talking about being dropped. I think she's going to just take that. He's talking about auras when they walk in the room and stuff. He can't move the same way he did with these players just saying, oh, yeah, I'm rotating and I'll rotate you for Leicester. No one wants to play versus Leicester, yeah?
Mm.
If people are looking at the game and the bench is just as good as the starting, they're going to be thinking, I can do that better. Why am I not playing? And then people aren't going to take it. Oh, well, you'll play against Leicester. Like, no disrespect. They've come to play in the Champions League and, you know, you need to play them. You know, people are saying, you know, sussed us out the way we play, you know, 2 wins, 2 draws. Who knows? Who knows? Lineups are predictable, this and that. Everyone knows it. It is. And
you seen that, yeah, that's the thing as well. Big up the person that just commented there. The lineup is predictable. So if I'm a Leicester manager, I'm a Bristol manager, I'm a whatever manager I am, I'm like, okay, I can predict, except for two. Okay, Russo's left, Honor's gone, so we brought in George for Honor and switch Hannah, and we put Jay-Z up front. Other than that, I know the team. So it's easy to predict the team for the tactics as well. It's easy. You know, that's the thing. Have some predictability about it. We've got good players. We've got quality players. We have quality players, and we just need the right combinations at the right times, and we would be amazing. Not saying that we're not. We're a work in progress. However, we're Man United. At the end of the day, we need to win. It's as simple as that. I want to win. I'll take 1-0 wins every single day of the week if I know for a fact we'll win the league. Simple. Simple as that.
Yeah. I mean, let's do one last league and then we'll go on to the Champions League. What we're waiting for. Etanu, Lansdale just said he'd take 1-0 wins. He thinks we can win the league. I still think we can win the league because obviously we're all on level points, obviously, but for unless Leicester or Liverpool run away with it. But, you know, I still think that is still in our hands, but it needs to be better versus the big teams. I think we've had that one big game. The next one, I think, is going to be City and then Chelsea. So, you know, they're 2 games that, boom, I expect us to win. And we need to win if we're going to be talking about winning the league kind of thing. What do you think, I suppose?
Yeah, like all is not lost. Like if Mark is listening to this, sorry if we were too hard on you, but yeah, we expect better. And coming to the point, it's not all lost. Like you've mentioned, we are on level points with everyone. Of course, Liverpool and Leicester are running away with it right now. But yeah, like I'm not trying to be too disrespectful, but yeah, it's only been 2 games. Let's see. But initial signs, hopefully more changes. Like John mentioned in the comments that of course he wouldn't start too many players because he would stick with the core of the team. I do agree with that point, but my point is to make the changes when and if it isn't working out. That's my only point. I'm not saying that okay, starting 11 needs to be all new players. I'm just saying that if it isn't working out, you have the players on the bench, why don't you bring them on? That's my only point. And yeah, we can definitely win the league. It's all about that Chelsea game. You know, it's every time that Chelsea game that we lose. If we somehow win one game and the other one we draw, I feel very confident that yeah, we can definitely win the league. Also, officiating, like I just want to touch on that point. The way City's like I'm too embarrassed to say it as a United fan, but City were robbed that day. I enjoyed it. Obviously, it's a draw. It works for us, but the red card wasn't a red card. Like the second yellow that Alex Greenwood got, that shouldn't have been a second yellow. She was only checking where she should play the pass, and the passing lane was filled up, so she passed it back, and that was given as a yellow card for time wasting. I don't understand. And if tomorrow something like that happens to uh, United, I think I'll lose my mind. I'll definitely lose my mind. I'll go on a rant over here. Of course, it you have to respect the referee. You shouldn't cross that limit, obviously, but officiating needs to be a little better. Like, this is the WSL. This is the top division league in England. So yeah, we need to do better there.
I mean, Lanzo, do you want to touch on anything about the
Yeah, we know it's been all said before. At the end of the day, we need a better standard of referees. At the end of the day, Alex Greenwood, even, and that hurts me as well to say it, but the second yellow was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So we know we need to think. We need to think now. Sorry, just bear with me, please. 1 minute. Yeah, sorry for that.
Yeah. No worries, Lanzo. Muted. I muted myself and then he went and left.
Yeah.
Listen, we're getting into it now, though. The big talk. He's going to come back. He knows.
Optimistic now. Optimistic
Yeah,
now.
the big talk. The big
Yeah.
one. The music. Let me see if I've got the music on my phone. Oh. You know, it's not even that tune. It's some other rubbish tune apparently, but it's that's what we want to
For
hear.
UWCL,
Play
is
the
it
good
different?
music.
Yeah, for UWCL, is it different?
So it's
At LSE.
It's not that tune, but who cares?
Yeah,
That's the tune I'm playing. Anyway, listen. Listen. Let's just go straight into it. Paris is a big match. It's the one that we're going to see. I mean, if my guy Spanish knows a lot about it. Irene's already played UWCL with Levante. They lost to Olympic Lyon. And obviously, Leon went to win the league, but she had an assist for one of the Levante goals. So she knows that level, how to move the ball. I actually remember this game. Levante, I think, should have even won. You know, that's that one. That was Levante's first time in the Champions League qualifying round, kind of similar to us. You know, my guy Mallard came in too late. Hinnie, Tooney. You know, do you think we're going to see Hinnie and Mallard play? I know we've talked about the midfield. We've talked about Irene.
Mm-hmm. Now, you know what? Nat, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah,
Hinnie and Mallard. I mean, not Tooney, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, and this might be controversial. Yeah, I don't think Lad plays tomorrow.
Maybe.
I think he's gonna go Zellum, Lisa, Tooney. Yeah, I think he'll go and he'll stay with the front three of the three Gs, Colton, Jay-Z, Garcia, and it'll be the same back five. So Mary, same back four. But I think he'll drop. I think he'll drop Lad. I think he'll drop Lad. And I don't think that's the right decision. However, that's what I think he will do, because that whole midfield anyway, like we said it before, we're not going to keep repeating it, but we need to change it up against PSG, because I'm telling you now, they're going to be up for it. Jackie's going to be up for it, bless her, yeah? Her, Guerrero, Grace, and I think they will play Backerman in a 10 with the front three as Baltimore, Katoto, and Mertens. And that's a problem for us. That's a big problem.
I mean, I'm seeing different people. Irene is available. I've seen someone saying, where is the thing? I mean, I'm seeing obviously John saying play Jason the 10, Mallard as 9. You know, I would love to see it. I'm here for anything like that. My guy here, Mallard striker, Jace right wing, Galton left wing. I'm here for that too.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose touching. I'd like to see. Ellie says Fallon. I don't think Fallon for this one, but I do think Fallon for Leicester. But what I would like to see is, I agree with you. I think Lad will be dropped. I think it'll be Irene, or I think it'll be Irene. You know, I don't know. Something about it that's making me think Irene. Irene, Zellum.
Tooney ain't getting dropped. Tooney's not getting dropped to that 10. I'm telling you.
I want Hinnie. Not in no disrespect for Tooney.
I know. I like Hinnie as well.
I love Tooney. Hinnie's my girl, but I want Hinnie. I want Hinnie in that 10.
Yeah,
and then I want. I'd go with what my guy said, like this.
What? Jay-Z,
Mallard, Jay-Z right,
and
Galton
Galton
left. Yeah. That's what
But even that, I don't
that
mind
would be
it.
my team.
Even that, I don't mind it. What do you think, Atoni?
Yeah,
Even that, I don't mind it.
yeah.
Yeah, this one would
I
be mine
mean,
as
John
well.
is saying can't drop Garcia, but
That's
she
also
wasn't.
true.
It was 50-50 versus
Yeah.
Arsenal. She was really good. She was like that thingy, but I don't know. Um, it's hard. It's hard.
You see, the
Go
thing
on.
is, right? You see, the thing is, right? When we're saying, oh, play this, play that, play that, play that, it's because we've got the luxury of players that we have. We're not saying, oh, we're going to stick with this 11. We're going to stick with this 15 people. You know what I mean? Like, it's because of the luxury that we have. So it's like, even if we drop Garcia and we bring in we might put Tooney on the right and put Henny in a 10. Why not? Like, have some flexibility about it, because at the end of the day, the Paris Saint-Germain person is going to be like, right, do you know what? Yeah, I already know what 11 you're playing. I already know it. Why not? Why not change it? Why not change it and see what's going on? Do you know? So I don't know.
I don't know what you're saying because I heard you come in and then you.
Yeah.
Go on.
Uh, we all forgot that Chavinga also plays for PSG. So that is another attacking player that they'll definitely use tomorrow. But yeah, coming to the attack, for our attack, it's very difficult because I agree with John. You can't drop Garcia. Like, she for the first time in her United career, she's getting a run of games, and I'm enjoying that. The link up with Jays as well. But yeah, I just because it's PSG, just because it's the Champions League, I want Malad. I want Malad to play just because it's PSG, because I know that she knows how to play against this team. This is the Champions League. She's coming from Lyon. She knows this opponent. She knows the competition. That's only the reason why I'm saying Malad. Galton left wing, no changes over there. One thing that I thought, because we don't have Ona, so our creative outlet isn't there. I wanted Miyazawa for this, Hinata, Hini. But to play her, we have to drop Galton. You can't drop Tooney. Or you can drop Tooney, but it's like between Galton and Tooney, one has to be dropped for Hinata to play. So who would you drop? That's the question. I don't want to drop Tooney because I think this is the game where she gets that goal or an assist and she proves that yes, she's back. I feel that she's doing really well, like relative to last season. She's doing better, but yeah, a goal and assist would help her. Right wing,
You can't be
Jays.
dropped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Best winger in the league, and you had it here first. Best winger in the league, mate.
Oh, and that's the play.
Leah cannot be dropped at all. And you know the funny thing is, yeah, you know when she scored that goal, okay, the keeper missed it, whatever, but she still had to score. She scored, and the smile on her face, you know, she loves
Yeah.
her football.
And I think she's been trying to score her from her right foot a lot these couple of games. Like against Villa as well, we saw her try from the right feet, and this time around she scored.
Yeah, she needs to forget this right foot nonsense. Just go
Yeah.
back to what I know, man. Please, just the left foot. Just cut in, bum.
Yeah,
Got to forget the right foot for this game only, please. Then do right foot nonsense versus Leicester. Do all that. Yeah, try then. But
Yeah.
I mean, my friend here saying that they won lad tuning in, lad dropped. Not comparing them, but men's team. Looks what happened. Just because they got the job done last season doesn't mean form won't deep. So I'm guessing like we saw with, I mean, if you could compare it to the men's, last season Casemiro was just undroppable, and this season there's a bit of shakiness. Obviously they've had the same, there's new players been brought in, this and that, players gone out. So, I mean, a player that went out for the men's team probably isn't at the same level as Honor in terms of the world class where they're at. But Fred's left, and it's been a little bit of a shake to get back to where we are, because he obviously played a lot, and now we're seeing Eric saying, "Why did you thinking? I wanted more football." So come on then, like Mark saying we should be all out attacking. Well, we saw where the issue is. It's about seeing it and addressing it. And I know you're talking. I agree with what you said, Tanya, about if one has to get dropped, and of course one has to get dropped. But I hate it in the women's game. This dropped is such a big word, man. Oh, they're getting dropped. No, I'm just moving my team about.
Just want
3 games in a week.
That's it. We just want rotation. We just want, listen, every single team that we play, we need to play the team, right? So okay, Villa, you played okay, Skinner played his team and we won the game 2-1. Okay, fine, that's fine. Against Arsenal, let's change it up. Like I said, Marnham, I've been saying this on socials for ages. She is a dominant physical presence. Yeah, we have Lisa, so it could be Lad, it could be Zellem, it could be Tooney, it could be anybody. But put match up to that, match up to that. So against PSG, they've got their own threat. Let's play a team to match up to their threats and play our style of football. It's as simple as that. This year, I'm not bothered about our PSG's coming to LSV. No, it's about us imposing ourselves on them.
100%. Go on, Tanya, do you want to bring up this?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah, this is an actually correct point. Whosoever plays in the 10, whether it's Heaney, whether it's Tooney, whether it's Jays, they need to drop in a little deeper. Like, don't play a front four rather than play a front three and a 10. Because in the first two games, like I agree with Puneet over here, that it felt like Tooney was a part of the front four, which is like obviously we say that, yeah, the attacking midfielder is a part of front four, but like I've talked about this, there was a big disconnect between the pivot and the 10 and the front three. So for that reason, I do agree with this point. A
Yeah.
little deeper.
But can I say, is that the 10's fault? And this is not me saying fault, but is
Yeah,
that the 10 or is that because the midfield's to push back? This is what I'm saying. Who's that one in the middle? Is the 8
I
supposed to
think
be that
yeah, I
connector?
think it's a bit of both. Like it's
Mm,
instructions basically, what the manager has instructed to the team, and secondly, I would say I agree with that because it's a double pivot. Both of your players are a little deeper, so it like in a perfect world, it needs to be a 6, an 8, and a 10,
Out of 10,
wherein you're
exactly.
yeah.
Katani 4-3-3. Exactly
Yeah,
what
mm,
you're
exactly. But like I understand it shouldn't be like just 6, 8, 10 because obviously while you're defending your 8 has to become a 6 as well and your
mm,
6 will like a double pivot while you're defending. But while going forward, please don't keep a double pivot while going forward. Let one of the players, whosoever is playing, please let them go a little higher up or ask Tooney to drop in a little deeper, which is
mm,
wrong because Tooney is like we won't be doing justice to Tooney if we are asking her to drop a little more deeper because her job is to find that space. Her job is to run into that space and pass the ball to the free player over there. So it's about the instructions, I would say, first of all.
mm.
And I know he has seen it too. Like I know Mark has also seen it to an extent. But let's see. Like I'm optimistic. I'd want Miyazawa to play, but it's just that who would you like? Who would you play her in replacement of?
I don't care. For me, I know it sounds really bad. I don't care because I'm thinking of these girls right now and I'm thinking, Fam Miyazawa, yeah, come on, make an impact, get the goal. Obviously, Malab, we see the way that she is. Come on, make an impact, Champions League, Paris Saint Germain. This is why I signed, Jace, this is why I signed. So I'm not
I'll be
saying that.
honest. Oh, sorry, Nat. Sorry.
Well, no, because I'm not
Oh,
saying that they're not gonna accept what he does, but come on, man. This is why we signed Irene. This is why we signed Lisa. This is why we signed thing. I'm not saying that, oh yeah, been off the rest forever. No, I'm just saying that you need to be more on it, more quicker,
I
more
was
more
surprised how
flexible.
Mallard is. I was surprised about Mallard's pacing as well.
Mm,
She's deceptively quick,
yeah.
deceptively quick. Like I was like, wow, okay, all right, okay, we've got something here. So I don't know. I just want to win. I just
Yeah.
want to win. That's it. I
Yeah.
just want to win. I don't. So
And I think we can win. I think we well, like what you're saying, when we go and when we play like a good team, when we're the underdogs, when everyone's saying, oh, Paris are going to do this to you and this and that. I'm not saying, Paris might go ahead, but I do think that we can cause them our own problems. We're Man United, and like you said, um
Nat,
we need to impact them.
you remember the Manchester derby last season at LSV? We
Mm,
need that tomorrow. We need that
yeah,
because the like I'll definitely say it 100 times that that day the crowd helped United more. Like Lucia Garcia, I think, scored the winner over there in the 2-1 win over City at LSV in the league. I think that was our first ever win against City in the league. We need that tomorrow, the crowd basically. And I think because you're playing at home, you have a home advantage as well. It's
yeah,
up to like, and of course, like United, it's an uncharted territory when you go into the Champions League. But even PSG are playing the qualifying rounds.
Mm.
So like you cannot say that, oh God, they are dominant side, because they didn't qualify for the group stages. They qualified for the qualifying rounds. We have qualified for the qualifying rounds. So we are on par right now.
Mm.
So form goes out of the window. Forget about what happened at Arsenal. Forget about what we did at Villa. Start fresh, play the best team, and yeah, that's it. I think we'll get the win. I'm optimistic. I won't predict anything, but yeah, like
Yeah.
this is a game we win, because Lancel mentioned it before that if you're going to Paris for the second leg, it'll be a little difficult for you if you are trailing in the first leg, because over there you don't have the home advantage anymore.
Mm. Yeah, I just I suppose I want to touch on that. Yeah, it's we need the people to be on it. I know a lot of people was upset over booing Alessia. Forget that. That's gone. This is what we need to be. Everyone needs to get booed. They need to feel that heat atmosphere. I don't know if it's going to be as sold out as everything. It's unfortunate, and I've seen people saying, "Oh, it's 8 o'clock." Yeah, well, that's Champions League. Champions League. It's under the lights. But when we have had games at Lee under the lights with less people that are going to be there tomorrow, they've been rocking. They've been good. They've been exciting, and I think everyone's going to be up for it. I hope people get there early, get in the seats, get it rocking, get the songs going, all singing in tune, all, singing till the end. Forget about, I always say it, forget about the flags and this and that, the signs, just get winning, man. That's what we need. And, who knows, but I think it needs to be done. And like you're saying, we need those atmospheres because they're the ones that win. Lanzel, obviously, bro, what do you think?
I think we're winning. I think we're winning. I think we're winning at home. We're winning. We're winning. We're winning. Away though will be difficult. I'll take a draw away. I'm not sure if the ultras are coming over, but they do support the women's team as they do the men's. And they're when we go away, like their ultras are gonna be proper on it. So I think I'll take a 2-1 or a cheeky 2-0 at home and a 1-1 draw away, and we win. We go through to the Champions League. At the end of the day, the Champions League, they need United in the Champions League. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And I'm hoping that we do it. I'm hoping that we do it, and I want Mark to be brave as well. And I think sometimes United's a big club. Everyone knows it. Look at Eric, yeah, on the men's side, yeah, brilliant manager. But even look at the scrutiny that he's under. I just want Mark to just go out there, be brave, play his best team. Let's impose our style on them, and the crowd will be behind them. Get it rocking. We win the game, and then we do a professional job away from home, and then we get in the group stage. That's what I want personally. So, like I said, positivity. We're gonna win, and yeah, we're gonna do it. That's it.
Yeah, a lot of people. Stacey, she'll be there. We need to start Mallard, bring Toon on as a sub. Hinny needs more time. Mallard, Lucia, Leah, Jace is the 10. Hinny instead of Zellum. Listen, whoa. Going all out, Babs. Let's go for it, John, cushion lad, tackle and go. Listen, I do think we need a good, whether it's lad, Zellum, you just need to go in there, bang. Because I wonder how they're going to be approaching it. Are they going to be approaching it like, they're favourites? They know. And like you said, if they are approaching it like, we know this team, we know who's going to play, maybe then that it'll be a shock to them when different players are playing. That's how you make the impact, because obviously we always, on Friday, we expected certain players to play, they didn't play, and then that's how they had their impact. So, changing it up makes a difference. Tanu, like, what do you think, I suppose, about all the comments and what we've said so far?
Yeah, like whichever team you pick, you'll be not selecting the players that deserve to play, and it's every time. If you pick Malad, Jays, and Carlton, you would be losing Paris, Garcia, Miyazawa. You won't be starting them. So, of course, some of your favorite players might not play, but tomorrow, whichever team plays, whether it's Lad Zellem, whether it's Nalson, Irene, whether Watson comes back and says, I want to play, just get the win. Like, it's an important game, like Lanzalan mentioned, because you have to see the context of it as well. When you go to Paris, it won't be as comfortable as tomorrow, and just like you have to incite that fear in PSG in this game, so that in the next game their nerves are high. Like right now, our United fans' nerves are high, a little high. Tomorrow, I think I'll be very anxious. I would be blowing air into a piece of paper for just being too nervous. But tomorrow, yeah, it's you have to win this game. It's an important game. It's the first Champions League game that we are playing in the history of the women's team. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
important. It's very important.
I agree
Mate,
with this
Nat,
tweet as well.
yeah,
Drop a like on the video, guys, if you're
yeah.
watching. Um,
Uh,
go on, get hooked. Listen, fear for me. Never mind them. They'll be in some posh hotel. I'm in a nice hotel, but I'm worried. I'm gonna have to wash all my clothes at 100 degrees when I get back. John's saying we need to win. Massive thing. Lanzel, talk to me. What's your starting 11? And you said 2-1, didn't you win? But what's your starting 11?
All right, starting 11. So it'll be Mary in goal, George, Turner, MLT, Jade, Irene, Lisa, Tooney, Golton. Yeah, Golton, my lord, Jays. Yeah. I'm feeling
Cool.
that.
And that'll get the 2
I'm
1
hyped up. I'm hyped up. That's the starting 11 that needs to play tomorrow. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
Atanu,
that.
what do you think the score? Do you not want to say that?
No, not score,
No.
but I would say that we won't see both Irene and Nalson together because,
No, I don't think.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think Nalson and Zelim tomorrow.
Yeah.
Rest of
Listen, all that I say is that I'm going to say my starting 11, but what I'll say is just listening to everyone.
the
Martin needs to
team
be brave.
same as
Oh, I don't know if he's. You can hear me, Lanzel?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark needs to be braver. Mark needs to make subs. He needs to believe in his squad, not just the team, not just the 11. He needs to believe in all the players, and they will, come through for him. If he's not brave and if he thinks, oh, this is the fans' favourite and this is this one and that one's been here since this and this one's a this and, Zelem's a captain. You know what I mean? Forget that. Who cares about what anyone is? Yeah. It's about who's playing the best. So for me, it'll be Mary. I go Jade on the right. Maya, Millie. I go Hannah on the left just because I think she knows, and I'm just gonna. There's no disrespect to anyone or Gabby. Then I think it will be Zelem. Zelem. I want to see Irene. Zelem, Irene, Hinny, Jace, Mallard, Galton. That's what.
Yeah, that front three there is crazy. If they click, oh my god! If they click, I'm telling you.
Sorry, I disconnected.
No worries. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna go 3-1 Man United. Bish bash bosh. Like you say, we need to get it. We need to have a bit of a gap. Let's do it, man.
No predictions from my end. No predictions. I'll jinx it somehow. Yeah.
Here's someone saying Jace, Gabby, Turner, MLT, Jade, Lisa, Zelem, Hinny, Galton, Mallard, Jace, and then subs will come on. Yeah. Oh God, I don't know what I've done there. But yeah, who knows? But I think we need 3-1. I think we need a 2-goal cushion. And I think we can do it. You know what? I even think we could get 2-0.
Yeah.
Who knows? Let's be confident. Let's do it. But whatever team plays, like I said, I know we've said our team. I know people be like, "Oh, you can't say that." You said this. Listen, we've said what we said. It's love to all the players.
Exactly.
It's love to the staff. It's love to everyone. It's just, boom. This is what we think we get the win.
We're United. When we're known for winning, doesn't matter what sport. Man United are known for winning, and we want to win. It's as simple as that. You do not have a Manchester United team in any sport and not think about winning. We want to win. Simple.
Yeah.
So no disrespect to any of the players or who we prefer or anything like that. It's nothing to do with that. It's just about us winning. We just want trophies. We just want the glory. You know, that's why the story's there. That's why the song's there. Sorry, glory, glory, Man United, and that's what we want to do. Simple as that.
Mm.
The champions.
Yeah, come on, let's do it.
It's
Tomorrow
not the
is gonna
song
be a
that would
big
be
one.
played tomorrow, but yeah.
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 It's gonna be a big one. We're buzzing
Yeah.
for it. Listen, guys, everyone who's been watching, drop a like on. I appreciate everyone who's been get in the comments if you don't agree. Get on Twitter, get on Instagram. You know, like you said, we've all just said what we think, what we expect to see, what we might not see, what we will see. Who cares? 2-0. That's what I'm going for, me, actually. And yeah, group games. It's going to be quality. Get some quality players. I think they might be at Old Trafford, John, but you know, get yourself over there, brother. I'm excited. Listen, Tanu, thanks for coming on. Any last words?
Yeah, just go out there, like John mentioned. Glory, glory, Manchester United tomorrow. Come on. Let's get the win.
Yeah, Lanzel, thank you for coming on. I mean, this is your debut, I think. So, you know, I think
Yeah.
it's a good debut to have. And, you know, let's go into it and smash it.
No, of course, and thank you as well. Thank you as well, Nat. Thank you as well, Tanu, for having me on as well. Hopefully the first of many. And yeah, let's go get the win. Let's start the week properly. When United win, then our week is starting properly. So let's get it in. Let's get it. Come on, let's go.
Champions League nights are here. Come on, guys.
Yeah, come on. Listen, guys, thank you so much. Hopefully see you all there. Hopefully you're all tuned in if you can't make it. But yeah, come on, the Reds, up the Reds.
Come on.
Glory, go United.